and to all of Brooklyn. Though stated otherwise by the EPA, common sense and some science indicates that odor alone for bringing all of this toxic waste is detrimental to all of the positive uses close to this site. Furthermore, according to the EPA's actual report, the amount of toxicity released into the air during the loading and unloading involved in the dewatering and detoxification process has not been fully studied and is a major concern to Red Hook and the people who use these facilities. I have a whole list of people who use these facilities, but I want to, in the interest of time, go further. With all due respect to the EPA, with all of the promises from the EPA, in hundreds of occasions, their own record indicates that nothing is 100% guaranteed from mishaps.
Thank you.
This is especially true of this facility after Superfund Sandy, with the risk of unmitigable consequences for not only our park, but the whole neighborhood, including public housing, which is extremely close to this proposed site. As regards to the CDF, according to the EPA's own report, tests assess that leachability of toxic contaminants would need to be performed and permanent institutional controls would be required to ensure long-term effectiveness of this option. The Red Hook community does not desire a site built with materials that needs permanent monitoring because of potentially leaking toxic contaminants. With all due respect, there is a serious lack of trust in the owner and the lobbyist of this site. They have floated 3 different drafts of what they propose. Every time the community finds dangerous flaws in their proposals, they change the proposal to placate the concerns. This is a moving target that leads to more distrust. What this pattern says to this community is that they'll say anything and they do whatever they want. Why, in their second proposal, do they proudly announce that they would convert waste to energy and even do a costly study of importing 2.6 tons of putrescible garbage?
That's not our study. That's a false statement. That's from Columbia University, and they wanted to come study at this property.
All right.
Suggest let's start back
So there's a study out.
I didn't suggest a study. It was done by Urban Design. So a student.
Why would they bring up your name?
Oh, because
And not to mention that when the
I was involved in the studio. I was
community,
teaching the students.
excuse the play on words, got wind
Nothing
of
to do with
it.
your job, right?
No, it's a
Whatever they
separate-
build on this
separate-
site, from concrete plants to asphalt plants or garbage burning facilities, will bring increased truck traffic to a park.
But it said it was prepared for
Very
quadrilogy.
good end of this.
All the negative impacts of using this site for dewatering and toxic remediation, having an extended landmass for GPX to continue to bring more garbage to this precious site is reprehensible. GBX has told us on many occasions that they have the right of way to build whatever the zoning allows, which includes burning garbage. That might be true, they have that right, but we do not want to facilitate that right.
Yeah, Lou!
Red Hook has been the target of noxious use facilities for over 20 years. To float a relatively small number of jobs at the expense of dumping on this community negates the environmental justice which we have been fighting for years. As the EPA has a list of remedies that involve processing the dredge material off-site for beneficial use, we strongly urge them to select any option that will prevent Red Hook from once again being a dumping ground.
Yeah!